Our talk show called Nicola Valley Talk is broadcast live every Thursday on our Experience Nicola Valley Facebook page. And I am your host, Jano Howarth. Tonight we're going to discuss public art in Merritt, BC, and specifically the Nicola Valley Community Arts Council Public Art Program. Our special guest tonight is artist Jean Kiegerl. Now, if she's not moving, it's because that's not actually her here yet. I want to talk about her just for a moment. Jean has lived in the Nicola Valley for a long time as an educator with the school district and as an active participator in the art community. Jean was a part of and president for the Valley Visual Artists. Jean has volunteered for the Nicola Valley Arts Council for years, including as vice president, then president, initiating and supporting many active arts programs. I know I have been really thankful for Jean's guidance as I've navigated my position as Arts Gallery Director. Jean is now past president, but continues to wear many hats for the Arts Council, from grant writing to her continued overseeing of our public art program. So let's get Jean on to talk.
Hello, Jano. Nice to see you.
Hi, Jean. Welcome to Nicola Valley Talk, Jean. Just switching up our labels there. So it's really good to have you on. Thank you so much. This is my first Nicola Valley Talk, and it's great to have you here. We've worked a lot together over the last few years. And so tonight, there's so many topics that you and I could talk about, but tonight it's all about the public art in the community. And we've had lots of discussions about it, and I'd really like you to fill in the community on what is happening. So tell us what the Nicola Valley Community Arts Council Public Arts Program is about.
Well, the Nicola Valley Community Arts Council has a permanent collection. This is a result of about 10 years ago we started with a grant that allowed the gallery to purchase artwork from artists for the gallery to keep. And we showed those, and we put them up in the gallery whenever the shows were appropriate for the pictures that we had. But they spent a lot of time in storage because not all shows could do that. So a couple of years ago, we decided that there should be some better way to do that. They shouldn't be spending all their time in storage. That was not the purpose. But it turns out there are many civic buildings in town that have bare walls. And so we put together a program for displaying our beautiful pictures in the public spaces like the Civic Center, the public library, the hospital, and anywhere else that was a safe and reasonable place to put them.
So it got started out for practical purposes, and you could see how it would have an effect in the community. What have you been doing with this program over the last couple of years?
Well, when Canada 150 had the big grant programs that they had, we applied for one of those to get this program started. We already had the pictures, but they didn't all have strong frames that were appropriate for hanging in a public space where they would be safe. The ones that had glass had to be reframed into a different format because you can't put glass into a public space where it might get broken. So we spent some money on that. We got permission from the various places to place the art, and then we put it up, and the community is enjoying it. We have two pieces right now at City Hall. We have a piece at the at the public library. The big butterfly that's above the fireplace is one of those pieces. And we have a piece at Connacht Friendship Center.
So when you're talking about the public art, it really is like art on the wall that you've placed around in the community in certain places. I know that this may not be a part of this program, but during Garlic Fest, there is community art that was created and also went out into the community.
Yes, there were what they would do in those situations is an artist would guide the public in helping to paint a picture. And then when it was finished, then that picture would be placed in a public location. I believe that there are several at Ask Wellness and in some other venues in town.
Okay. And we, not all the art that we see in the community, like in public art, some of it is outside, and certainly not all of that is community art, the Nicola Valley Arts Council community art. So we've got definitely have art out and about in the community. Can you talk a little bit about any of the pieces that we have done through any of our programs?
The main one that we have done through our program was also started through the Canada 150 is in the community policing garden, where there is a picture by Joel Reed on the wall, and there is a river of painted rocks that was done by the children in the school system. Now there are many other artworks in town. The whole mural project is an artwork, and there is the Ty Posabon sculpture as well, and the wind onion.
Yeah.
On the Nicola River as well.
And when you think of the art, pulling it back like to the public art program that you oversee and have been really interested in, I know we're really thankful that that initiative has gone forward. What is your vision for public art in the community?
Well, I'm only involved in the Arts Council section of it. The city itself has some things happening, which is the purchasing some of the sculptures from the Loggers Festival.
What is your favorite or your favorites? Because we don't want to narrow it down too much, but what do you enjoy about it?
I enjoy seeing our local artists displayed in public settings. And our vision for how this proceeds is that we will commission a painting every year. We'll budget for it and commission paintings. In some cases, we might purchase paintings from our art shows, but we have a criteria and a committee that does the selection. In this case, this year, we have actually commissioned a painting, and we expect that to be ready for us sometime this summer.
Okay, yeah, that's a really interesting project, and we hope to hear a little bit more about that one in the future for sure. Jean, you are initiating a very interesting, what I would think of as a public art program. Tell us about the Here and Now sketching.
Well, one of the things about finding artists is first you have to actually find them. And so one of the ways of doing that is to encourage everybody to come and participate. And so one piece by piece, we're getting more and more people involved. And the Here and Now is hopefully going to get up to 100 people or more involved in just sketching. Sketching is the first step that is kind of basic to every kind of art, because it teaches you to see and to really look at what's in front of you. So we found an easy way to get that going. There's a grant available from the Vancouver Foundation. We've applied for that, but we're going ahead whether or not we get the grant, because all anyone needs to do sketching is a paper and a pencil. And we put together a little video of how to actually sketch, because lots of people feel insecure about that. They think that they can only do stick men or that they simply can't draw, or that they aren't artistic. And that has nothing really to do with sketching. Sketching is just like, it's a skill, like riding a bicycle. Once you learn how to do it, you can always do it. And so we've put together a video to teach people how to just do that first step.
Well, and the video is a really good one. Some of us have seen you put forward that process, and it's a great one for more people to access. Sketching definitely is good for lots of areas and careers besides art. I know that it's useful for writers, because the ability to sketch and see helps a person be with their descriptions and to see more detail. So this is a really great project that you've brought forward, and I hope that people take advantage of it. So how can people sign up for your sketching program and get involved?
It's very easy. You just go to the Nicola Valley Community Arts Council website, find the Here and Now page, and there's a register now. It's free, and the sketchbooks just came in. There's a free sketchbook that comes with your registration, and we'll send you the information on how to pick that up safely in the current situation. And then we will have a Facebook group that is closed. It's just for the people who are registered, sharing with each other, so that if people are not so confident that they want things out in the world, that they're just sharing it with other people who are sketching. People who want to share it more widely can send their artwork, can send a photo of their sketch and have it posted on the Here and Now online gallery. And we will also do some selections from the people who send pictures in there. Not selections, we'll do a draw for prizes from people who are committed to participating that way.
Yeah, okay, that sounds pretty exciting. And we know that you have a Facebook group called Artists of Merit, and that's a great place that some of these sketches might eventually show up. People who agree to it, or over time. So, and this is a program that's ongoing. It's going to be going on for a while. How would you describe how it respects our situation right now with the COVID-19? I know in BC we're starting to open up a little bit, which is wonderful, but how is your thought process around that?
Well, I think sketching is actually a totally natural way to do self-distancing. It really, actually, for many people right now, when other people have to stay 6 feet away, it means that nobody's looking over your shoulder while you're sketching. If you're doing it in public. But it is something that basically you do by yourself, even if you're in a crowd. I used to do it in airports all the time because people were sitting there, fairly still, and it made them easy to draw. The other thing with sketching is that if you do it regularly, say 10 or 15 minutes most days, you will soon find that you go into kind of a meditative zone. Your mind calms down and you feel very relaxed. Nothing else goes on in your mind while you're doing the sketch. It's like meditation, and I found that it's very relaxing and calming during this time.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Stress reliever as well as the skills. Well, we have a lot of amazing, beautiful, interesting, eye-catching spaces to draw in the community. Are you encouraging people to stay within a certain sort of the town area or out and about in the Nicola Valley? How are you suggesting it?
I think people should sketch whatever catches their eye, and that can be in their own house. It can be just something that you notice in your house, and you say, well, that has some interesting lines. How would I sketch that? Those two overlapping pieces. Might be pottery, it might be some flowers, could be in your own backyard, could be your own children, could be your spouse, could be as you're walking down the street, just the street itself. When things open up a bit more, then you might find that there are things outside in the community. Antiques are a popular thing to draw because they have such interesting lines.
I love alleyways. I think alleys are always fun in our community. There's some beauties around here. Well, I would say that we watch for your sketching videos and info over the next week. Besides asking people to go to the website and the Arts Council and Gallery Facebook and Instagram pages, we'll finish up here. This has been really great. The public art in the community and your sketching program that we can be really interested in. So thanks so much for coming out to letting us into your home to chat with you about this, and we look forward to hearing about all of that. So. Thank you, Jean. I'm going to click you out now and talk to everybody for a few minutes here. Thank you to our guest, artist Jean Kiegerl, past president of the Nicola Valley Community Arts Council. I mentioned that Jean has worn a lot of hats as part of our local Nicola Valley Community Arts Council, but this is the hat that Jean is happy wearing these days, her gardening hat. I had to convince her to leave her garden today for a while to come and talk with us. Jean and Willie have projects. That's going to be a wrap for us tonight. This is Nicola Valley Talk. My name is Jano Howarth, and I've been your co-host for the evening for this little session, another program of the Experienced Nicola Valley bloggers. Come join us Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time as we talk Nicola Valley with special guests from the Valley and beyond. Next week, co-host Tanya Stewart will be interviewing, and I'm looking forward the following week to talking to, I hope, Denise Kearney, local musician and host of Open Mic Night at Kukuli Cafe. Open mic is on hold right now, but we will talk about what we're doing to keep music going in our Nicola Valley community. Thanks for joining us tonight. And remember, use your creativity in whatever you love to do. Take care.